I really hate this City fan. He also added that you look a bit like Noel Gallagher.
I'll take that. I've been compared to much worse people than Noel Gallagher across the years.
Let's talk a bit about Man City first. City are now sitting at the top of the table, having gone 19 games unbeaten and 12 straight wins in all competition. I mean, are we looking at City title run from now on?
I think this week is huge in sort of determining the rest of the season. We've got a difficult trip to Burnley on Wednesday night. Obviously, the big trip to Anfield on Sunday. If we win our next two games, I think teams will struggle to catch us. I think we're in a very strong position, but I think if we have a conversation on Sunday after the game and we've beaten Liverpool, which is easier said than done, then I think we're looking at sort of one hand on the trophy at that point.
One thing I think everyone's noticed is that the City has lacked options when it comes to strikers. So Sergio Aguero will be 33 when this season ends, and we know that he's not extended his contract yet. Do you see this as the end of his time at City?
I hope it's not the end of Aguero. I think it'd be a real shame to see his City career and his Premier League career sort of dwindle out in such a way. Obviously, behind closed doors, he wouldn't get the send-off like David Silva didn't get if we don't get fans back in before the end of the season. And yeah, it'd be a shame if it was, but at the same time, if he can't prove that he can stay fit, I think the business side of Manchester City will sort of say, we'll always love you for what you've done for the club, but from a financial point of view and from a strategic point of view, in terms of getting figures off the books and creating space for other players to come in, I do think that is something that we'd have to look at.
You just mentioned this weekend's game against Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's such a big game, and it could decide the season. What do you think is going to happen?
Looking at the game on paper, we should win the game. We are the informed team. We're defending like the best team in the world at the moment. No, we have got the best defensive record in the top 5 leagues in Europe, and that's where we've sort of struggled at Liverpool, is with their counter-attack. And if Diaz and Laporte or Stones or whoever plays alongside him play anywhere near the capable of, we can severely limit that, and then it's just a case of taking our chances. I don't want to say I think we'll win, but I do think we'll win. I do think we will finally sort of get that job done over at Anfield.
And Tom, we're doing a new section today. Usually our guests in this section will read some very mean comments about them. But
nice.
Luckily, the comments about you are mostly very nice.
Happy day as well. Thank you very much.
And when we picked the best 11 last time, your pick had the highest approval among our viewers. However, we have a viewer called Flying Dutchman. He said, I saw a City fan picking Bruno Fernandes in the City forum once. He was then expelled from that forum. What would you say to that?
I'd say that Bruno Fernandes is a very good footballer. If we're talking the best sort of midfielders in the Premier League, Bruno Fernandes is right up there, and I have no sort of shame in picking Bruno Fernandes in my side. And that's from my non-blue hat. That's just my opinion, I think.
Also at right back, the Chinese Man City fans were shocked when you picked Alexander-Arnold, even Wan-Bissaka ahead of Kyle Walker or Cancelo. These comments have around 300 thumbs ups. So can you justify what you said?
You know what? That was, once we'd finished recording the video, that was the one that I looked back on and thought, you know what? I don't know why I've not picked Cancelo there, but I think that position is so competitive. I'd probably change my mind down and say Cancelo if we recorded it again today.
We also have a comment saying that, to be honest, this Man City fan is as sensible as one can be. So I'm curious about why, because football fans, as we know, are not famous for being sensible.
I think the career that I've sort of chosen is as within sport journalism. So I do my writing, and I try to be, as much as obviously I'm a Manchester City fan, I am sort of just a big football fan, and I like to look at things as they are.
Finally, in terms of mean tweets, we could only find one. So viewer Alex said, I really hate this City fan.
Oh.
He also added that you look a bit like Noel Gallagher.
I'll take that. I think that's more through a lack of open hairdressers than than actually wanting to look like Noel Gallagher. And you can see I've not had a haircut for about 3 months because I can't get it cut. I've been compared to much worse people than Noel Gallagher across the years.
Thanks, mate. That was really good.
Perfect.